God, the remixes are so fire! Hello everyone who has decided to stop by here late tonight. Happy Saturday night. I got bored. I legitimately got bored. The voice jump scared you. Sorry. I apologize. That was probably a bit unexpected. So yeah, I just got bored. Like legitimately got bored. So I'm deciding to stream now and rank the booster course pass since, it's all but over now. Just gonna reset the music so that I have the Wave 6 OST playing right now, so I'm just gonna reset that. Like sort of have it like playing in the background. Like nothing to like overpower my voice, but just like something to be there. In fact, I'm gonna lower the volume for myself. Of course, we're starting with Roma Avanti. This track is awesome. And with that, we'll just go to the tier list here. How's it going? It's going all right. Once again, this this doubles as a Q&A stream, so you guys can ask me whatever you want. I have no issues answering any questions that you guys may have. Yep, we'll get to Toad Circuit. We'll get there. Just give me a sec. Okay, so let's just get into this, okay? So first things first, we have Paris Promenade. Now that we have like all the city tracks, in the grand scheme, it was cool when it first came out because we'd never seen anything like it. Like the hybrid of, not really hybrid, but like the way it changed laps after the first and second. We've never really seen anything like that before. So it was unique. I'm not gonna lie, now it's just kind of boring and generic in the grand scheme of things. So you know what? I'm gonna put it in D. Or maybe C. I didn't hate it. In fact, I'm just gonna rename this entire tier list. There we go. Toad Circuit, just the best track in the entire game, in the entire series. It's incomparable. It's incomparable. It's literally peak track design. It's perfect. It's legitimately perfect. And the music is in no way just boring or mid. It is straight up the best song in the entire series. Toad Circuit is a masterpiece that every single man, woman, and child should experience. Just 10 out of 10. Anyway, back to the boring ass tracks. Choco Mountain. It's aight, honestly. It's good for a remaster. I like the fact that it goes in a cave. But I don't know, this track never really did much for me besides like, the music. Coconut Mall is an A tier, not an S tier. While I think graphically it looks like complete diarrhea, and I do wish the cars moved the way they used to, it's still Coconut Mall at the end of the day. It's still fun. I don't really hate it. Tokyo Blur is the worst of the city tracks, just completely. It's so short, and it does the least with the the changing mechanic, the lap changing mechanic. I guess the last lap is kind of cool, but still, it's just way too short, way too basic. Shroom Ridge is gonna be B. Let me just check out the chat. Who is in Paris? Paris is underrated. It plays well. Yeah, I'm not saying that Paris is a bad track. I'm just saying it's more middle of the road, more than anything. Just kind of, especially with when more and more tracks came out. In general, the first wave is just kind of uncomparable to the rest of the game now. They call it blur because it's so short, yeah. Do it jiggle. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Toad Circuit Sweep, yep, Toad Circuit Sweep. Peak track design. Ah, yes, Daisy Circuit. I love this song. But what I don't love is Sky Garden in this game. It's still fun, but it is just such a complete assassination of the original. I'm not satisfied with it at all. Something I am satisfied with is the Tour Nitro tracks. And Ninja Hideaway is a lot of fun. I do feel it's a bit big, though. Like, it feels a bit wide. I don't know if that's just like a me thing, but like, it feels a bit too wide. I don't know. I feel like a bunch of other Nitro tracks have phased it out, I feel. New York Minute. What to make of this one? Honestly, this one just never really did much for me. The music, I feel like they could have just done more with New York as a location. I don't hate it, but I'm gonna have to put in C. Just not my thing. And like, I feel like you guys are gonna hate me for this, but yes, it is fun and competitive at 200cc. But I'm sorry, it's such a boring track. It's an SNES track, and it's just so overwhelmingly basic. I don't like it at all. I don't even like racing on it. I'm always so bored personally. Just not my thing. Everyone has their preferences, and I can understand why people would enjoy it. But I don't know, just not my thing. Okay, next is, just give me a sec. It's Calamari Desert. I really like this track in 8. I like while it sucks that you can't like drive in the tunnel every lap, the fact that they allow you to like drive into the tunnel the last lap, that's just cool to me. I love when these retro tracks completely like throw you on your head. And that's one of the best things about the Booster Course Pass, this one and specifically Peach Gardens. I wish more Booster Course Pass tracks did that, where they just completely throw you on your head and do something completely unpredictable. I like it more than Coconut Ball. Call me crazy, I like it more than Coconut Ball. And Waluigi Pinball's S tier. The only criticism I could give to it is that it could have used anti-gravity. Other than that, easily one of the best tracks in the DLC. No complaints. It's Waluigi Pinball. You know it. You love it. Mario Circuit 3 is not nearly as bad as people say it is. That being said, it's still probably the worst track of the game. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm just saying, in terms of the whole Booster Course Pass, it's just kind of mid, I feel. Sydney Sprint. Already we're getting to, like, better tour tracks. This one's definitely one of the longest. I love the music in this one. I love the music in this one so much. In fact, I'm gonna like take a break from the normal ass music from Wave 6 to just listen to Sydney Sprint because I love that theme so much. I'm gonna even like loop it. Absolute masterpiece. As for the track itself, I like that the second segment sort of like takes you through like a park area by the lake. And like, I don't know, I just love the vibe of this track. If it weren't for spiders and shit, I would probably visit Australia if I could. Definitely an A tier. Overall, I'm like not too fond of the city courses, so maybe once I'm done, I'll rearrange everything. Snowland is a great remake of a retro GBA track. Overall, though, I feel like most of the GBA remakes weren't incredible in this game. Like there was no Cheeseland or Ribbon Road. It was just kind of eh, and some were assassinated, and that's a shame. But for the most part, they did all right with the. The GBAs were just okay. Mushroom Gorge. I mean, they kept the Ultra Gap, so of course it's A tier. They made a lot of good choices with the Booster Course Pass in terms of what tracks they picked, so a lot of these are going to be in the higher tier. Sky High Sunday, ooh. Yeah, I liked this track at first, but I'm sorry, the physics, it's so dog shit. It was clearly built for tour, and I just don't have much fun racing on it. That's just me personally, but just not my thing. Waluigi Pinball is a go-to. This list is automatically correct. Yeah, it's S tier, and it's the first of a couple S tiers that will probably be here. Peach Gardens. This is out of order. This is like completely out of order. London Loop. And I guess it goes in the same tier as Paris Promenade. It's like a lot of these tracks can be just lumped together as like nothing special. Like honestly, you know, I'm just like not a big fan of London Loop. Like thinking about now, it's just not like a fun atmosphere to race on. It's so cloudy and gloomy. Like I guess it's trying to like represent England, and it's usually really cloudy there, but I don't know, it just makes the mood very miserable. Never really a big fan when people pick it like as a retro, as like an online selection either. Boo Lake. I don't think I like it as much as Snowland, but I still think it's an excellent remake of a GBA track. But like not on the levels of like Cheeseland. Rock Mountain, it's alright. Never been too crazy over it. A lot of B tiers now that I think about it in terms of the Rock Cup. I believe that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's the Rock Cup. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's called the Rock Cup. Because like I know it's also called like the Rock Mushroom, so I want to make sure it wasn't like called like the Rock Mushroom Cup or anything. And Maple Treeway is an S. Honestly, like I could legitimately put this track above Waluigi Pinball if I wanted to. I've always, maybe it could be Wii bias, but I just love everything about Maple Treeway. I love the music, I love the aesthetic, I love the autumn theming, I love the wigglers, and there's like literally nothing bad with it. I have no complaints whatsoever. Let's get the Wave 6 music back. Berlin Byways is one of the best city tracks, I feel. I don't know, I just like the vibe of it. I love the music. I love how it like takes you through the city. I love the thwomps. Probably one of my favorite city tracks, if I'm being completely honest. Peach Gardens does the same thing that I like about Calamari Desert, just I don't think that Peach Gardens is as good as a track. But I will say that up to this point, Peach Gardens was the best looking track in the DLC. Like it legitimately used good textures. It used like the Mario Kart 8 base game flower models for some reason, which like none of the other tracks did. They just really nailed Peach Garden in this game. Merry Mountain. This one's tough. Like, it could be A, it could be S, honestly. I really love this one. Does a great job of putting you in the mood for the holiday spirit. I think I'm going to put it in A, just behind Calamari Desert. Or maybe in front of Calamari Desert. I don't know. It's a great track. And 3DS Rainbow Road is S tier, easily. Probably the best track in the game, if we're being completely honest. Like, it's between that and Mount Wario. It could really be either or. Amsterdam gets points for being unique, you know? But other than that, I don't know. It's alright. Don't love it, don't hate it. It's a basic city course. Okay, I completely forgot about Riverside Park. It's a really good, I feel it's the best of the GBA remakes in 8. Looks nice, definitely revamps a rather boring track, remixes the music that was originally just meh, and makes it to a genuine like Crash Bandicoot style banger. And not to mention going into the mountains and all the little, I believe they're called patuis. Yeah, patuis that walk around. It's just the way they walk. It's literally perfect. And then they brought him back in Wonder. It's just it's what I strive for. DK Summit, just another well-designed track. Has amazing music. Brings back the half pipes. There's literally nothing I could complain about for this track. I love it, and this is an S tier. One of the best tracks in the entire series, honestly. Yeah, I'm putting it above those two. Bangkok. This goes in the higher tier of city tracks, I feel. It's very vibrant, and I like the atmosphere. Yeah, I don't know. I like the fact that they added a forest to it. But other than that, it's Mario Circuit. It's boring. The fact that we couldn't get that. The fact that we got that instead of Airship Fortress, man. That will never not piss me off. However, this is S. Waluigi Stadium. And this is going to be my first S tier city track, Singapore Speedway. But first, I should talk about what I like about Waluigi Stadium. It's just a lot of fun. Like all the tricks that you can do, and the new anti-gravity section adds so much. The new music, it's controversial, but I freaking love it. I love how they went for the ska approach with the instruments. Just cannot complain about it at all. And Singapore, it's just beautiful. I love racing through it every time. I love going through Chinatown. I love driving on top of that weird three skyscraper building, whatever that is. Singapore is just a beautiful city, and this track single-handedly made me want to visit the city. I really hope I can one day. Athens Dash is also amazing. Also one of the better city tracks. I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier because it doesn't feel like you're going through a city track. It feels like you're going through like a ruins. Once again, I might have to reorganize this because it's a bit messy. Like there's so many tracks. It's hard to rank 48 tracks all in order. Meanwhile, we have Daisy Cruiser, which is an absolute classic, and they do it complete justice here. In fact, you know, I'm gonna put an S tier. There are a lot of S tier tracks in this DLC. And then Moonview Highway. Okay, guys, hold on. I'm just gonna stop the music for a sec, even though this is a complete banger. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think that Moonview Highway, I know I said that, I think that Mario Kart, if I'm talking about nostalgic, Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road has my favorite OST in the game in the series. But what Mario Kart 8 Deluxe what the OST for that game did to Moonview Highway, it's unlike anything. Like, legitimately unlike anything that any of the other tracks have done before. It's complete magic. Like, I could listen to this shit all day. And I'm not specifically talking about the city version, the normal techno version. I'm talking the city version, man. Holy shit. Listen to it. Just listen to it. Like, they cooked hard. Legitimate masterpiece. And, like, it sounds like something like straight out of Cowboy Bebop. Like, like, if you told me that they hired the seatbelts to do this track specifically, I would believe you, because it just has that vibe. It's my favorite song in the game, besides maybe Mario Kart Wii Rainbow Road. As for the track, though, I will admit they made it less chaotic than the original, and that's kind of what made it fun. I also wish it had like some of the sound effects, like the siren that played in the Mario Kart Wii version, but I like the boost panel edition. It's still Move You Highway. It's still probably the best city track in the game. And honestly, hearing the remix of this theme, it makes me feel less bad that we didn't get like a Mushroom Bridge. If anything, I'm glad that they didn't add Mushroom Bridge so that they can do a redux for that theme for Mushroom City in the next game, if they decide to add Mushroom City. It's just like, I really hope that Mushroom City gets in the next game. But like, I legitimately think I'd rather get this remix over a Mushroom City remix. I don't know. And then the bathroom track is S tier. Just like completely S tier. It's so creative. I just love the layout of it all. I love the like, it's just overflowing with creativity. It feels like a base 8 track. Going through the sink, then going to the drain, driving over the toilet. I sound so stupid saying that. It's just fun. It is just straight up so much fun. And there's so many like alternating paths as well that you can take if you take the glider. It's just great. LA Laps is another mediocre city track, I feel. I like the music, but overall, eh. Oh boy. Am I conflicted with Sunset Wild? Like, it's another assassinated GBA track. Like, for me, with Sunset Wilds, Nintendo clearly added it. Because I feel like they knew that if they didn't add it, fans were going to be upset. They understand that Sunset Wilds is a fan favorite track. But probably like, wow, like porting it from Tour to 8 Deluxe, they realized that the engine for 8 could not allow the sun to set. And I could just like imagine like a boardroom like full on panicked about it, that they couldn't do it. So they probably had to make like a tough decision. Do we like keep it in or do we like swap it? Would we rather ruin the integrity of the track or give the fans the track and think that they'll be fine even without the sunset? So they just said fuck it and kept it in the game. And now it's bad. They ruined it. And even then, the track, they could have done so much more with it. Like, it's rather flat. Like, seeing what they did with Cheeseland, I don't understand why they couldn't do the same courtesy with Sunset Wilds. It's not like the design overall is not as much of an assassination as um, Sky Garden. I still feel it's fun, especially like the last section. But I don't know, man. I like the Shy Guys too. The Shy Guys are good. I'm glad that they kind of got rid of the whole Native American stuff. They understand it's offensive, and besides, I think just minors, toads are, Shy Guys are just cooler in general. But man, like, Nintendo need to know that we would have rather had it not in at all if we knew that they weren't going to implement it properly. We would have rather just had any other GBA track, like maybe Cheap Cheap Island or Yoshi Desert or any of that. Instead, they went with it, which I mean, it's fine, but still, it's so disappointing. Koopa Cape is, while I do think it's really good, the tube section, I still miss the way it used to be. But they did kind of make up for it. Like with 7, there was nothing. They ruined it by making it an underwater section and added absolutely nothing new. Other than like cheap cheaps that barely block you. At least 8 Deluxe had the courtesy to make the underwater segment that used to be a pipe anti-gravity. That's definitely a lot of fun. And honestly, I think that might be the saving grace of this track. I like the fact that they decided to go in and add anti-gravity. It at least makes it somewhat like a somewhat unique. And I like the fact that they added a half pipe to it. You can't go out of water though. I wish you could do that. Vancouver Velocity. I really like it. Actually, no. Thinking about it now, I mean, I like it. I think it's a really good city track, but the last lap kind of sucks. Like the last lap is just way too short. It's an anticlimactic way to end the wave, and then end the track. Although the music is freaking amazing, though, I cannot deny that Vancouver Velocity has one of the best themes in the entire game. I don't know, just last lap could have been better. I do think it did a good job, like representing Canada for the game. I like the aesthetic. I like the fact that it's the only city track to have anti gravity. But I feel like that section is kind of short. Still, the second best city track, definitely. Rumavanti is alright. Just kind of going back to the basic city tracks. But I do like the fact that it takes place at night. It's better than all of the other ones. I'll give it that. DK Mountain's a certified S tier. Daisy Circuit. It's good, but short. I like the music much more than the track itself. And this may be a hot take, but I think that Piranha Plant Cove is an S tier track. Like genuinely high S tier. It is such a fun adventure. Like the way it takes you through this cove, in and out of water. It genuinely like feels like you're like exploring Atlantis. I love tracks that make you feel like you're going on a grand expedition, and Piranha Plant Cove is just that. The music has grown on me. It's very, adventurous. It feels like an expedition. I don't know. I love everything about it. It feels like a base game track, and it looks great. The texture work that they did for that track is just top notch. I'm just gonna check some of the stuff that the chat's saying right now. Second best city track is Sydney for you. Yeah, I'd say so. It's fun. It's got a great layout, and I don't know. It just has a great vibe. It's very summer feeling, and I like how the last lap basically takes you through the reverse. And I like how it always takes you through that area with the trains that are going by, where you can go and use all those boost pads. I'll get to the top 5 tracks in a second. Madrid Drive. Okay, so I just want to start off by saying I absolutely adore the music for this level. Like, legitimately. Like, I'm just gonna go to it right now. I've always loved Spanish percussion. And, like, the little, like, click-clack instruments, whatever they're called, and the violins, it's just perfect. Such a banger. Easily one of the best tour OSTs. As for the track itself, I think I like it a little bit more than Roma Avanti. Well, Roma Avanti does take you like through the Colosseum. The actual streets itself it takes you through get a little bit boring. But like Tour Madrid Drive, it takes you through like once again, I'm not really like familiar with a lot of these locations. Like I like the main square it takes you in with all the wigglers. I like the soccer stadium, the museum. Speaking of the devil, the soccer stadium theme. I like the fact that it's the music is segmented for each area. And then there's that one area with the thwomps. I don't know. It's close. They're pretty equal in quality, honestly. Rosalina's Ice World. I'm just gonna say this. On 200cc, this track is a fucking nightmare. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. Like, not a bad track, but it's kind of slippery, I'm gonna be completely honest. And 200cc, it's fucking unplayable, I'm telling you. The slipperiness really just gets to you. SNES Bowser's Castle. This is the best SNES remake we've ever gotten. And it's an S tier for me. I can't believe that they made a Bowser, like an SNES track, as fun as they did here. And then Wii Rainbow Road is probably high S tier. So is this 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so guys, you want my top 10 of the Booster Course Pass. Number 10, Waluigi Stadium. Number 9, DK Mountain. Number 8, Singapore Speedway. Number 7, Piranha Plant Cove, I mean. Number 6, Squeaky Clean Sprint. Number 5, Waluigi Pinball. Number 4, Maple Treeway. Number 3, Mario Kart Wii Rainbow Road. Number 2, Yoshi's Island. And number 1 is 3DS Rainbow Road. And that's my ranking. Like, legitimately, Yoshi's Island is such a loving homage to that series. I love pretty much everything about that track. All the locations, all the obstacles that are in your way. It's just beautiful. It's an instant classic track. Oh, I mean, like, that's the top 11. Number 1 is Toad Circuit, of course. Best track in the entire game. Good ranking. In fact, you know, while we're at it now, let's just do like Mario Kart 8 tier list all tracks. Oh, this tier list I did specifically. This is for the music. So my top 10 OSTs in the game are Cheeseland, the Singapore Speedway, Big Blue, DK Summit, Vancouver Velocity, Maple Treeway, Dolphin Shoals, Sydney Sprint, Moonview Highway, and Rainbow Road. But this is for music. So let me see if there's like another one. This one does include all the tracks, so... Oh no, that's just the same one. My bad. Okay, here's a fresh new one. So right away, I'm just going to go ahead and So Toad Circuit, once again, goes in its own tier for being peak track design. In fact, while we're at it, I'm just going to put on like the whole original Mario Kart OST. Like the original Mario Kart 8, like the full OST for that game. So first things first, Mario Circuit. I mean Mario Kart Stadium. It's an F. But I don't exactly like blame it for that. It's the beginning track. And other than the anti-gravity, I don't know, just doesn't do much special. Once again, I'm gonna rename it. Like, I don't think there's like any legitimately bad tracks in the DLC. And, you know, while we're at it, I'm just gonna quickly put every single track that I had in the first tier list. I'm gonna put it in the put it in the new one. So I might be going back and forth, so just don't mind that. Wait, is it missing one? I think it is. Oh yeah, that's right. I just put Toad Circuit there. My bad. Honestly, Water Park's theme actually not bad. I legitimately don't remember it going this hard. This is gonna take a while, cause like, ooh, it's like the underwater section here. They kind of brought in Mario Galaxy instrumentals. Once again, like you guys can ask me anything. If Rome isn't top one, I'm unsubbing. Well, sorry, man. It's not top one. It's a good track. This is not one of my personal favorite cities. DK Summit is innate for music because of 1, 2. I'm so happy that they brought back the 1, 2, 3, 4 for that song. I'm just gonna like make the chat a bit larger. Number 0, Toad Circuit. Yeah, that's basically describes it. We have the same top 3 music. It's good to know, you know. Good, some great minds think alike. Haven't bought the DLC because I can still play them online, but I got to be lucky. Is it really worth it, or should I go with the expansion pack for online? I'm just telling you. I think that the booster course pass is definitely worth buying. Without a doubt, it's worth buying. So mad we didn't get Toad's Factory. I can't wait till the next game. Although the music remix would have slapped. I'm just gonna be patient. Like they never made it for tours, so yeah, you're not getting Toad's Factory if it wasn't made in tour, which they didn't. But like then again, we got enough Wii content as it is, so can't really be upset. Yeah, it is definitely worth buying in my opinion. But you do you. I mean, back to organizing this. Oh wait, they put Bangkok above Singapore. I mean, Sydney. What's wrong with me? Sky High Sunday is shitty. Sky High Sunday is a shitty track. London Loop is boring. Just legitimately boring. Bootleg is alright, but it's a bit short. Actually, you know what? I think that I'm gonna do this actually, because at least like Bootleg, it has the courtesy to add anti-gravity, and I like that. Speaking of which, I missed Snowland. This is taking a while, guys. Just maybe. Swamp Ruins music is legitimately pretty good. Shit, just realized I put Madrid Drive in S tier by accident. Just gonna check on the chat for a sec. DK Summit goes high S. No doubt about it. I honestly still don't know what my favorite track in this game is. For me, it's without doubt between Mount Wario and 3DS Rainbow Road. In fact, right now, I'll just get that right off the bat. Mm. Right at above. Oh, actually, I'm gonna delete this. I'm just gonna make like this its own color. Just gonna confirm that. I think that Mount Wario and Rainbow Road in 3DS are the two best tracks in the game. It's not even close, I feel, between those two. Moonview Highway was A. High A, I believe. Ba, 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 na, na, na. Honestly, I'm praying, legitimately praying, that the next game does not ditch the jazz fusion music. If they do, I'm gonna be pretty sad, honestly. Because the jazz fusion music is what made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And like all the remix. I would like not like it if the next game went like all rock or all techno direction. I like that diversity that, especially the Booster Course Pass gave us. It gave us a little bit of everything. Some of it was techno, and some of it was jazz fusion. They did a little bit of everything. Sticking to one genre would just be boring. Luigi Stadium, certified banger track. Mario Circuit, certified mid. Bangkok Rush, certified IT. Not good, not bad. Like Bangkok, Madrid Drive, and Romobati can all be in like the same tier. DK Summit is in the high A tier. I believe that's where I put it. Did I put it why did I put it all the way over here? No, shit. This shit is like in there. I believe that's where I put Amsterdam. I'd say it goes right there beside LA Laps. Peach Garden is a mediocre track. Well, not mediocre. It's a good track, just not an amazing track. They got a really great revamp. Berlin Byways freaking slaps. Where did I put it in the original tier list? Yeah, I did put it there. Oh, that's all the tracks from the DLC. Okay, so that just leaves us with the base game tracks. Water Park is boring. Really, like, has nothing redeeming to it. Well, like I guess it's like a fun location, like a water park, but there's like no slide. It's just water park in name. In reality, it's just like sort of like a thing that tests like the underwater physics with the anti gravity. It's nothing special. Oh shit! I put squeaky clean sprint in F tier by accident. Stupid. Sweet Sweet Canyon is alright. Kind of boring theming wise. Float Movement's pretty lit though. Honestly, one of the weaker Mario circuits. Toad Harbor's fun. Twisted Mansion is very basic. It's like they really couldn't do it like much special with this one. They just made it straight up a basic ass boring mansion. Oh, Shy Falls. This track is an absolute banger. The same with Sunshine Airport. Okay, now we're getting to the absolute banger Nitro tracks. Dolphin Shoals has better music than the track actually is like itself. Electrodrome is a certified classic. I already put Mount Wario in the King and Queen of Mario Kart tier. Cloud Top Cruise is pretty good. Don't know if I love it though. I like I know it's stereotypical the hate on dry bone dry dunes, but it's just lame, man. But Bowser's Castle in this game, oh man, yeah, this is it, man. Rainbow Road is mid, incredibly mid, like painfully mid, honestly. I think this is one of the worst Rainbow Roads there is. Crazy, like honestly, I've always felt like eight's nitros were weak compared to the last few games. Hot take, I know. I just don't know. I just never found them all too special. The three big ones are Mount Wario, Sunshine Airport, and Shy Guy Falls. Every other track just is just okay. Electrodrome's also pretty great, but they could have done a much better job with the nitros from eight, considering the last two games. Even hell, the last three games, the last couple of games. Let's get to the retros. Moo Metals was never one of my favorites in Wii, and it's no different here. I'll give them props for revamping this track with like the with that toy thing that Nintendo made that one time. God, the Shell Cup was freaking boring. Basic beach level, nothing to write home about. And Toad's Turnpike, which was absolutely neutered in this game. Yeah, Shell Cup was easily the worst cup in this game. Twisted Magic could have been like a certain DS, yeah. Like, at least Luigi's Mansion was inspired. It had, like, portrait ghosts. Oh, wait. Am I being stupid? I meant Boston Building. My bad. Boston Building at least had the portrait ghosts and all that. It was definitely much cooler. Tony Soprano Island is goaded. That's right. Oh wait, I accidentally put no, that's Cheap Cheap Beach. But yeah, if Tony Soprano Island was here, it'd be in a S tier, maybe even its own tier of its own. Boring. I like the music for this one a lot, but that doesn't help it from being boring as well. Finally, we get into the freaking good retros. I always enjoy racing on Royal Raceway. Like, if it was Royal Circuit, it might just be my favorite circuit track. Maybe not as much as Daisy Circuit though. It's close between those two. Bro, DK Summit is an S tier. I mean, not DK Summit, DK Jungle. I just like Donkey Kong themed tracks in general. They always knock them out of the park. DS Wario Stadium is pretty good. It's aight. I really like the changes that they made to it. Sherbert Land is a bit boring and basic, but I'm glad that they sort of improved it in this game, though. It does definitely feel like a fun winter festival. Music Park. If you don't like this track, there's something fucking wrong with you, man. I actually really like Yoshi Valley in this game as well. Tick Tock Clock, man. It's literally based off of a Mario 64 track, so once again, it's like so hard to rank all of these in order. Cobalt Volcano is kind of basic, but it's fun still. I'll put it right beside Riverside Park. And 64 Rainbow Road's kind of immaculate. Just wish it was longer. Like, if it was just a little bit longer, it would be up there. Yoshi Circuit, aka the track that no one will stop choosing online because of the freaking shortcut at the beginning of the level, the waterfall. Yeah, it's fun. Probably my second favorite circuit track. Actually, it might be my favorite circuit track, actually. I kept on saying Daisy Circuit, but I kept on forgetting about Yoshi Circuit. It's literally in the shape of a Yoshi. It's pretty much perfect. In terms as far as circuit track goes, I'd say that's the cream of the crop. People need to stop with this freaking track. It's literally just doing tricks. Track and Driftway legitimately slaps though. So does Mute City. It's an F-Zero track, so kind of have to do the due diligence of putting in an S tier. God, I love the music in this game. I could be biased because I like SNES Rainbow Road. I like its design and I like the music. But I don't know. It's okay in this game. I say I suppose I like the idea, but they don't really do the much with the fact that it's a nice level. Hyrule Circuit is good, but they could have done more with the Zelda world as a location. I feel, even though the music for this track is amazing. Take it back twice. I think this is the best circuit track. I keep on saying that one's the best circuit track, and I keep backtracking. Baby Park is satanic, and I love it. Cheeseland is a good remake, but just not one of the best. I remember Schaefer said that he didn't like the fact that they got rid of the space aesthetic and made like a desert. I don't know, I could care less. At the end of the day, it still feels like you're playing a little bit of cheese. Also love Wild Wild Woods. I've always been of the opinion that Neo Bowser City is pretty okay. Ribbon Road is an S tier. And so is Big Blue. And Super Bell Subway is an A tier. Oh shit, where did I put it? I put it in B. I don't know, I just like train stuff. So yeah, this is my ranking as of right now. It's tough. Like, once again, 96 tracks. You could literally be like, one thing one day, another thing another. Like, in terms of the way you order this. One like track could be in B tier one day. It can be an S tier the next, you know? You never know. But which track overall had the better, like, did the DLC have a better selection than the base game? Well, the DLC added a lot of fan favorite tracks, and overall introduced a lot of good new tracks, I feel, as well. Maybe I'm biased towards the Booster Course Pass, but I don't know, man. Yoshi's Island, Squeaky Clean Sprint, Piranha Plant Cove. I don't know, these tracks just do it for me. If anything, maybe, fuck it, I'll lower Koopa Cape into A tier. Just because they kind of neutered it a bit. By once again making the pipe sort of not see-through, you know? But yeah, I think this is basically how I feel about the entire game. Let's read the chat. Alright, gotta go now. Have to wake up because you gotta watch the Patriots game. I'm a sports fan. I'm a sports fan too. As you guys may know, Toronto sports specifically. Okay, I have like no one watching this shit right now. So you know what? I'm just gonna end it here. Thanks to anyone who showed up. I'll leave the stream up, of course. And yeah, have a good night. That's my tier list. My favorite tracks are 3DS Rainbow Road and Mount Wario, sorry. I need to get game some sleep myself, but thanks for asking stuff. Question, what's your favorite Wonder effect in Mario Wonder? Probably I don't know. There's so many. Just give me a sec. Let me look that up for myself. It's probably between the Metal Mario one, the singing piranha plants, the one where you ride the dragon like it's freaking never ending story, or I like the one where you like where it's like 3 dimensional. You kind of go around like that, and then the one where it's like a ship and you're commanding the ship. I don't know. I also like the one where you're that jumping, hopping creature. There's so many. Maybe it's the Metal Mario one. I don't know. It could be a different thing every day. In general, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, one of the most creative games I've ever played. At least the most creative game I've played in a good while. But yeah, I think. Do I have any other questions? Doesn't look like. Well, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. If you did, I probably have no one like watching right now. But to everyone who did come, I'm gonna leave this video up so you can watch in the future, hear my tired rambling. But yeah, thanks for coming and joining me. See ya.